Oh snap, I forgot to change the setting. Hang on a second. Obi, please. Okay. Oh shit, I didn't mean to, no, no, stop it. Just start the recording. Hi everybody, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Obi! Obi, you hooligan, we just got started. What? I can't take you anywhere. What are you even messing with? I don't know what this is. It's something important, but I don't know what it is. Don't mess with it. Get down from there. Here, play with this. Sorry, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Good evening. Not interested? Okay, bye. This is Heaven Will Be Mine. It is not a sequel to We Know the Devil, but it's by the same people who made We Know the Devil and Planets. That's it. That's all I know. But if Princess Maker 2 has taught me anything, it's that getting to know the devil is a slippery slope that leads to ascending a staircase to conquer heaven as your own. So this is the logical next step. I don't know where he went. Hang on, let me make sure he's not getting into trouble. I guess I shouldn't call it a slippery slope because it's a staircase, and that kind of is confusing. And also it implies that there's anything wrong with, training your daughter to be able to fight God. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. More power to you. I mean, yes, that is that you could, sometimes your daughter becomes the devil, no big. Let us begin. Ooh, select pilot. Okay. Look at all these girls! Ah! Saturn. She got freckles, I like her. Celestial Mechanics Reserve Test Pilot. Celestial Mechanics wants to advance humanity to its next stage, but Saturn wants to flirt. But there's no reason we can't do both. Combat style, button mashing. Bedroom style, button mashing. Alright. Lunaterra. Oh wait, hers is called String of Pearls. Faction Memorial Foundation. Self-ship Mary Chrysium. Memorial Foundation Ace Pilot. Fighting for the pilots to join the rest of humanity back on Earth before it's too late. Good at sniping, espionage, double-crossing, ghosting. Bad at loving yourself, everything else. Yeah, she's got that good We Know the Devil girl energy. She's like if you mash Jupiter and Neptune together. Pluto. Faction Cradle's Graces. Self-ship Krun Makula? Cradle's Graces ultimate weapon pilot. Even if Earth is giving up on a new life for humanity in space, Cradle's Graces hasn't, and Pluto will make that dream come true. Likes succulents, good girls, crushing. Both kinds. Everyone. Dislikes is trying very hard not to have any. These are good girls. Who do we want to go with first? We're in space. I didn't realize. I know that you had said that let's conquer space. I didn't realize we were actually going to be in space. These are all good girls. And we're obviously going to play all of them. Which one do we want to start with, though? Oh, hi, Joe! I forgot to say hi to you. I vote for Pluto. Obi! Where'd you go? If you come back, I'll give you some brushies. I found a brush. Freckles 1 is Saturn. Come here! Brushies, brushies. Brush, brush. Brush, brush. Brush, brush. Everyone's deliberating, so you get brushes. Oh, he rolled over on his tummy! Alright, we'll do Freckles first. I do love space traveling Freckles people. Ooh. Ooh. Well, a provisional test pilot Saturn. Your clearance is level 1, testing and maintenance. Warning, potential damage to cockpit hardware detected. Warning, modifying or tampering with cockpit hardware and or firmware is strictly prohibited. Ooh, Mercury! Saturn, what are you doing? Notice, bypass override accepted. Ooh, Saturn! Notice, launch attempt blocked. No handshake with base. Oh, hey, Mercury. Not much. Warning. Launch attempt blocked. Base handshake spoof detected. What are you trying to do? Yeah, I have no freckles. I'm just fond of them. Breaking the rules. Saturn cannot be tamed. Just hacking the OS root of this ship self. You. Go to space handshake 224. Space handshake accepted. Trying to stop some brat from hijacking the prototype, apparently. Notice, emergency launch override initiated. Prepare for launch in T-minus 120 seconds. Calm down, Mercury. I'm just borrowing it. I am not debating. I'm trying to save your life. The commander will be furious and he won't accept you're stealing the Cornerstone project from his designated pilot. Oh, from the designated pilot. That's right, you're the backup, aren't you? It's not a big deal. I'll have it back before you know it. This is privileged information, but the designated pilot has the launch right this second to get that much. The designated pilot has to launch right this second to get that machine back to Earth before we get here. This is the worst possible time. It couldn't be worse if you planned it. Everyone in the system suddenly somehow knows the base's location, and they're heading here now. Notice, user launch override blocked. Denied by base. I wish I had a good robot. I had one of those robot voice things. Like you hold it up. Oh, wow, weird. How did that happen? User launch override blocked. Denied by base. This bitch, am I right? I like you, Saturn. You planned it, didn't you? You forgot an apostrophe. Base override. Remote shutdown in 30 seconds. No one can prove anything, especially not the designated pilot unconscious in Soccer 27. Saturn! Whoops! Looks like they're trying to kick me out, huh? Saturn, I know you're mad, but you can't do this. When they catch you, it's going to be so bad. Can you just please act like you're just pranking them? There's still time. I will beg them. Oh, such a worrywart. I've got hours to evacuate to the capital ship. They'll never engage you this far from base, and I'll just be distracting them. I have it all figured out. Except for how you're going to do anything at all to accomplish that with everyone trying to kill you. Base override. Remote shutdown in 20 seconds. Saturn! Try to have a little faith. Remote shutdown in 15 seconds. Saturn! Calm down, jeez. It doesn't take a genius to drive one of these things to the moon. Who cares which one of us does it? Or do you think I can't? Remote shutdown in 10 seconds. That is not the issue! The commander cares, and you know better than anyone else what he's like. Remote shutdown in 9 seconds. Impetus? We'll just have to get used to it, lol. Much, Mercury. But give me a little credit. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. I have much higher ambitions than just being a bitch. Error. If IFF sequence missing. Notice base override cancelled. Saturn! I almost got worried for a second. Well, IFF. Welcome, assigned pilot. Full permission granted. Saturn, I'm going to die and it will be your fault. Oh, come on. I'll get this to the moon safe and sound. And let the Severance project be complete. I'll be very good, maybe, and do everything I'm supposed to, maybe. I know I'm the second choice, but they'd rather have that than nothing, right? Just very generous of me, isn't it? They will not accept that! They will sort of have to, won't they? They will sort of have to, though, won't they? If Command didn't want me to steal one, they shouldn't have benched me indefinitely. Warning! Emergency launch initiated. Let me know when he starts admitting it. Warning! Hostile launch! Catapult locks on! High risk of damage to your ship self! Jeez, now they're just being needy. Mercury, isn't... Okay, hang on. Sorry, the lack of punctuation makes me reading these sometimes hard because they're sent like texts. Mercury, isn't it just the worst when someone who doesn't care anymore starts clinging just because you found someone new? Notice, prepping weapon systems. Notice, electrotoxin levels surging. Notice, weapons operational. So gross, oh. Warning, emergency launch initiated. What a hell of a girl this one is. We picked a firecracker, didn't we? Ooh! Hey girl, hey! Can't believe I really did it. I really, really did it. Everyone who said I was good, said if I was good, I'd get my chance again. Sure was a liar. I got away, and I got a ship, and she's all mine. You're beautiful. I want to know everything about you. I miss this so much. Much better than the test machines when I was in the academy. She is beautiful. She's a wicked machine with a lot of secrets, and just as giddy as her pilot to be free. She's extremely responsive, eager to do everything Saturn wants. Ooh! Like a big cat dragon. Yeah, She's got all. She's like hitting all my weaknesses. I'm weak against those little fangs and against freckles. How dare you, Saturn? Cat Gundam. It looks like a cross between Mewtwo and a stand and a Gundam because we know it's a robot, a ship. This is my stand Mewtwo. I hear you've been worth reading the manual for. What's in you? You're not hiding anything from me, are you? Are you trying to hit on your ship? It did say you like to flirt. But Saturn already knows everything in the manual and more. It's a very cagey document that doesn't do the ship justice, and is certainly hiding something. There's plenty of information on how to use her electromagnetic poisons, and how to cheat distance and gravity, and all of that is fun, but none of that tells her the first thing about how to be a ship. This is useless. So they call it a stealth ship. I assume that she's inside that, like, not just piloting like a giant mech, but like actually in the suit. Like it's where she's wearing it like that's her curled up like that. I'm not positive. I think that would be pretty freaking cool. A spaceship that's also, it's also, you. But also it seems like it'd be terrifying because there's nothing protecting you. I guess there's nothing protecting you in space regardless, if something goes wrong. But it's sort of like driving a car versus riding a motorcycle, Because at least in the car, you've got that extra layer of protection built in, and it's not just if you hit the road, that's it. This is useless. How could this help diagnose anything when they don't know the first thing about being a ship? So wrong. Way too dry. That's not what it's like at all. It's a body that's also a soul. It means exactly what it is. That's why it's small, curved and wicked edges in some places, but curved in soft ways otherwise. In soft ways elsewhere. Sharp claws and a deadly tail, but cute enough to hug. So perfectly suited for Saturn, one has to understand exactly why they wouldn't give it to her. Really perfect. Fits better than a human body. That's reason enough to disobey everyone and run off with it, isn't it? Oh, speaking of. More threatening emails from... Wait, what did you say? Iapetus. Missing me already. I gave him a perfectly good deal. For someone who always goes on about mutually beneficial arrangements, he's really having trouble seeing the big picture. The time it takes him to realize that, I'm sure I could find something fun to do with this system. Iapetus. Time to test you out, see if it's really true. Can you give me everything I want, down to the last drop? She looks fired up. It's January 1st, 1980, and the long and cold war where humanity united against its nemesis, an existential threat from beyond the stars, has been over for a long time. Since the 50s, we have been fighting a war against an existential threat that we cannot understand, cannot perceive, and is powerless against the technology of Earth. That is a pretty stupid sort of war to fight, isn't it, when there's enough of a mess down here to worry about. Humanity is already the undisputed authority of reality, and we have the physics to prove it. It's time to return to Earth, our home, the seat of the universe. Before Earth takes us back in pieces, let's go home with grace. Yeah, Happy New Year! It's on the first anniversary of the decommissioning of the International Space Program, we, Memorial Foundation Native Sphere Existential Safety, MFNSES, MFNSIFS, in agreement with our home planet's unanimous decision, declare, there is no future for humanity in space. Let's come home. How interesting how everyone seems to they all have their own goals. The return resolution. Memorial Foundation, Native Sphere, Existential Safety. It's January 1st, 1981. It is kind of a drag. It's been 1 year since we declared independence from a Memorial Foundation and the rest of Earth. The Cold War is officially over. And it feels so light without their gravity weighing us down. How can a tiny handful of colonies, terraformers, and schools hold out against the whole authority of Earth? Because that shit doesn't fly past escape velocity. To power the ship cells we made to fight the Cold War, we made tidal resonators to bring the gravity necessary for humans and culture to survive in space. And that gravity is ours now. You'd have to make a new world, free from the weight of Earth. If a Memorial Foundation wants to kill the future, they'll have to come and take it from us. We're thankful for our Cradle's Graces, but we're not coming back. Independence Declaration, Cradle's Graces. Cradle's Graces is the one that Pluto was part of, correct? She was their ace weapon. It's January 25th, 1981. Memorial Foundation and Cradle's Graces have been having fun for a little over a year and nothing is breaking the stalemate. Earth is getting impatient. They have good reason to believe that an existential threat posed by the divided humanity in space is much greater than any theoretically malevolent entity outside the native sphere. While the kids are fighting, Earth is getting ready to list the humans remaining in space as part of the existential threat. And when they do, they'll send real weapons and end this war fought with plastic toys. Oh shit, you're right, that is today! Whoa! Their justification? We are technically less than 100% human. Just not human enough to be something else. It's hard to believe they're really onto us. Ooh, really onto us. I like that. It's time to make a drastic move. Bring our final piece, the prototype ship self, string of pearls we made in the atmosphere of planet Cronus, which we will never return be Saturn. To the lunar gravity well, where Memorial Foundation and Cradle's Graces are already headed. Whoever controls the place controls human access to space. We can be sure everything will be in place there. Earth or space, we are just short of 100% human. So let's see how much less than 100% we can get. Internal report, Celestial Mechanics. The String of Pearls is the ship that Saturn hijacked. Oh, the atmosphere of planet Cronus, which will never be Saturn. I understand now. I don't know where I was getting returned from. That is a fine question. Obi's rejoined us. Hi, buddy. Just add in words, you know. Anyway, it sounds like Saturn is very much the girls from the first game spirit in space, and I dig it. Day 1. Ooh! Weaving in and out of the 6 planets' rings, Memorial Foundation's ace, Luna Terra, plays cat and mouse with renegade ship thief Saturn. Will you meow for everybody? Obi? Huh? That cute noise? There we go. Alright. In the strange gravity of the abandoned Daphnis lab, Saturn lies in wait for the looming threat of Pluto's mysterious ship. But what are they after? And will they get it? Your apparent promotion. God, Gosh, this is so fancy! Look at all this! Truce ending effective immediately. Origin native sphere mass communication. Memorial Foundation existential safety. 12 members of the former Memorial Foundation native sphere existential resistance division, now known as Celestial Mechanics. This message serves as a formal acknowledgement that this branch has violated our trust and broken the provisions of the 1981 Memorial Foundation Consensus by violating Clause 3, the development of a variable gravity engine, and Clause 7, installation of a variable gravity engine into the self-ship string of pearls. Celestial Mechanics will no longer be listed as part of Memorial Foundation. They will be formally relisted as an independent entity and considered a true existential threat by Memorial Foundation Native Sphere Existential Safety. We are still offering forgiveness, so please effect as soon as possible while the appeal grace period is still in effect. Please otherwise expect tidal retaliation for existential endangerment of human culture. Alamede, Princess, Memorial Foundation, Native Sphere Existential Safety. Ooh. Cool. Alright. Good job, Saturn. There's no point in being angry with you, so I'll choose to be proud of you instead. I'll refrain from having you sunk, since that's counterproductive to our intentions for that unit. You are a reserve candidate after all, so you'll do fine. Try not to make it too much of a pain in the ass for me. Yeah, it's very interesting the way they're capitalizing culture. I'll have Mercury reassigned to you, since he apparently doesn't have much of a say in the matter. How nostalgic. The two of you had so much potential. Well, he knows how to do his job at least. Mercury is a boy. Do your best to not get the string of pearls sunk. We'll absolutely wash you out of the biological interface and reassign you permanently if we get the chance. So prove you're competent enough and neither of us will have wasted our time. Apidus. Division Lead. Celestial Mechanics. A satellite of the planet Saturn, and also a Titan in Greek mythology. I figured it was probably something related to Saturn. Should I just call you Boss? I'm just gonna call you Boss. Pronouncing your name is a pain in the neck. Very interesting. Mission select. So we've got 2 missions to deal with. Let's look at the comms. There! Look! Mercury! Hi, Mercury! Hey, buddy. A boy in space on purpose. Consummate bridge bunny. Not responsible for Saturn. Insufferable horror creature. Forward all complaints to Mercury. Don't talk to me. You literally messaged me first, you nerd. OMG. Harpy. Come on, baby. I'm sorry. What can I do to make it up to you? Give back the ship. Come on, I'm obviously not doing that. Listen, I'm begging you. Listen to reason. You have so much left to live for. Oh, Mercury, come on. We both know that's not true. What do you want from me? A list of girls who will shoot me out of orbit. A list of girls who will shoot me out of orbit. God! Anyways, don't be a crybaby. I'm fine. Saturn, you are extremely wrong if you think that there's a chance I am at all worried about you. If you come back, all will be forgiven, but you need to bring it back. Mercury, it's fun playing, but I don't think you've been listening at all. Mercury, it's not that ship anymore. It's me. Mercury, you wouldn't ask me to give up my own self, would you? I'm sailing on a ship of myself now, and I'm not giving up until gravity drags me back kicking and screaming. I can't deal with you. Aw, thank you, baby. Kiss, kiss. You are a nightmare, and I'm giving up trying to save you from yourself. I love you. hate you so much. You can't say mad at me. I can't, and it's horrible, but my revenge will come because literally everyone else in the universe can. I like these two. Oh, darn. Guess I should have fun while it lasts. Saturn, if you defect, I cannot protect you. Boss is furious and he's going to come personally for you if you don't come back. I told you I'd do all the missions. What? Don't you believe me, lol? I don't believe her either. Obviously not. Lol, fair. Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think I'd give up on this? Do you think I'd give up on the Aversion project? Go on. Hypatus said I wanted us to fight for a new self beyond a ship self, but not even get a taste until the end? Fuck that. My house now. Tell me which of the two of us you trust less, Mercury. Channel closed. Damn! He ain't even playing. Ooh, alignments! This fancy as hell. This is so fresh. Like, damn. I love it. I love this interface. I love the way that things are being delivered, the delivery of information. Everything is very good and I like it. Good. Which mission do we want to do? I mean, obviously we're gonna do both. But which one first? Hi! Welcome to Rowdy Space Girls! This is Heaven Will Be Mine! And we are playing the Saturn route. Joyride, Killjoy. You got it. When I was loading this game up, there was a... Please! It's so loud! I have to turn it down! Why are you so loud? Ah! I'm gonna blow away! Okay, that's better. Yeah, his little scarf is cute. Mercury's just having a rough day. He's having a rough life by the sound of it. I'm sorry. Please tell me how long you're going to be engaged in this, may I stress again, incredibly dangerous, giant waste of time. Until they start sending someone interesting after me, Mercury. The whole fleet would be after you if you hadn't damaged the entire launch hangar when you stole that. Could they even take me out while I'm flying this thing? No, but it won't stop him from trying. And let me stress, this info packet is a gift, purely to prevent your self ship from falling into enemy hands, and not an indication of any sort of forgiveness. An info packet! Let me worry about Iapetus, Mercury. He's gonna be a lot less grumpy when I clear the way for us and celestial mechanics to return to the native sphere. That's a good question. It's a little hard to tell. I thought it was a scarf, but then it's like, it could be a tie that's just not straight. Straighten your tie, you little punk. Yeah, it looks like a flight attendant neck scarf. I've got it all figured out. You absolutely don't, but okay. Did you read the info packet? Ace Memorial Foundation pilot Luna Terror in hot pursuit with escorts. Planned attack under the lab, blah, 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 blah. No, I didn't. I didn't get to read all of that. She skimmed it too fast. Ace Memorial Foundation pilot Luna Terror in hot pursuit with escorts. Planned an attack on the lab arrived after you escaped. Do not engage under any circumstances. Boring! But this part was good. I don't expect you to control your impulses, but even given that you're just like that, she's the last person you should be trying to fight on purpose. Sounds like I should definitely fight her on purpose, right? That wild look in her eyes, I like it. I hate you. Oh, come on! The carrier's never going to make it out of the system if I don't. You don't know how to pilot your ship, and she's a veteran since the Cold War. You're going to get yourself captured and humiliated, and the ship trashed. I think I will cause problems on purpose, basically. So you're saying there's no downside? Whoops. I like both of them. They have a very good dynamic, and I enjoy them very much. Why are you doing this to me? And she's 6'1", huh? Your attention to detail is so useful sometimes. You like it in tall ladies? You're using me to cruise? Your taste is so awful. Ugh, I hate you. Oops, looks like one of her escorts is in range. Sorry, gotta go. Surprise is all I've got, you know? I wish Europa would stop sending me boys who can't control themselves. Having fun dismantling my escorts. Ooh! With the string of Pearl's fingers, Saturn carefully peels the mechanical musculature out of the poor ship's arm she's holding, a souvenir of the last of Luna Terra's escorts that she sent crying too easily back to their base. It's still sparkling and oozing, and Saturn wishes her ship had a mouth so she could just suck it out like crab meat. You know, this feels a little. It feels like We Know the Devil, but also it feels a little Horsemaster, and I dig that. Because it just gets kind of gritty, and it's so. I missed this. I missed this good stuff. It's also very Ava, yes. I wasn't gonna say it, but yes, I've been thinking it. Maybe it does have a mouth. The machine has many mysteries the manual doesn't explain, and Saturn is still learning them. Well, I suppose Europa's learned her lesson about sending me girls who can't control themselves. Oh, really? Hey, that's really interesting. Mind telling me more? Oh, she's a hacker too? How amusing. There's nothing too interesting on this comm frequency. Ah, you flatter me. A little? But hey, what did that mean exactly? The part about the girls who can't control themselves. I really want to hear more. It means back up that talk first. Or can you land a hit off some comms? Or can you land a hit off the comms? Lunaterra's gravitational field focuses to a single point. Lunaterra isn't budging. She's been through much worse, and so has her ship, followed always by a thin trail of a bleeding wound she could never completely repair. I don't know how to pronounce her ship's name. The Mary Chrysium is over 2 decades old, but Saturn can't even land a hit. It's regal and stiff, dressed in cold metallics, weathered and refurbished. The archetypal prototype for all the other ship cells, still going after all these years. Her eyes got intense! Still furiously untouchable. The string of pearls hasn't gone down no matter how much she's been rammed with that sphere, but she hasn't even nicked Lunaterra's ship once. Not bad at all for a joyride. But you can't get one hit in? Good thing you don't win by looking cool. No mercy for newbies? No. Lunaterra puts a stake of solid light through the string of pearl's leg, pinned it to its own gauze wrapper. It doesn't hurt at all. The ship's metals begin molding and reforming around the wound immediately. A ridiculous, unfair advantage. Saturn has no right to complain, but she still wants to. But she is trying to be cool. Everyone wants to, when in the quiet gleam of that always bleeding ship. That's a pretty amazing ship. Think it'll last? Either you're fighting just for fun, because you're that reckless, or you're caught in your own containment wrapper and can't escape orbit yet. And you'd beat me for sure if I played around. I'm not done yet! That's not true. It's actually very difficult to move with a solid light bullet in your leg, but she's not going to let that stop her. Saturn is suddenly closer than she logically could be. Claws bubbling, but Lunaterra effortlessly slips away and kicks Saturn's ship directly in the chest. Yeah, you're done. The containment wrapper is still stuck to you, so your movement's off. Doesn't seem to have stopped you that much. Containment wrapper. Right? Look at her little huffy face. It was so rude of them to try to stop me. It seems cruel to take it away when you're having so much fun with it. The name of the seas on the moon. Oh, I see. Same as you, right? Do I know you? Narrows eyes! Everyone knows Memorial Foundation's perfect ace. But do I know you? So I do, don't I? Let me out of this thing and I'll tell you. Why should I? Because you can't help yourself. Besides, don't you want a real fight? Can't you promise it'll... Oh, can you promise it'll go different? I can promise it'll be more fun. You are asking me to totally abandon my duty to bring you back and do that instead? What? You won't? The legendary pilot who defected from Memorial Foundation when they double-crossed the rebels she abandoned them for. Can't be opposed to a little fooling around with the enemy. I guess you do know me. Want to trust each other, or is it more fun if we don't? Ooh! Ooh! So do we want to betray the celestial mechanics? Or stay loyal? This is so cool! I love these sorts of things. What do we pick? I do like the idea of Saturn getting embarrassed, but I think them being rivals could be pretty fun. Let's stay loyal this time. Do it for Mercury! Alright. God, I feel bad for him. Poor guy. Good at bad decisions. I'm impressed. Most people would be nervous to have a knife this near their throat. I love the look of these things. They're so cool. It's like a big cow skull. Bleeding cow skull man. It's not like you can hurt it, so there's nothing to be nervous about, is there? That's true. But you're so new to this. I thought your brain would be overriding the information from the ship. Maybe I'm not new to this. Oh, you were a candidate, so I think that might be true. She looked tired, weary. But you're also trembling, so I think it's not completely true. I'm still very dangerous, you know, Lunatera. Don't underestimate me! I'll cut you! I believe that for sure. You wouldn't be trembling if you were in my shoes? Less so. People tremble for a lot of reasons, though. I don't have anything to fear, so please don't project that on me. Well, if you're fearless, what is it then? It could be anticipation, couldn't it? I love her! I love that! That look! That's a good one. It's that, This is very foolish of me. It really is! I have you right where I want you, remember? That might mean I have you, too. Your claws are twitching. I thought we promised not to trust each other? I still don't. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed the art of the, you know, We Know the Devil, so, and it's just, this is just like that, but amped up. And having it in color is really great, because the color was much more spot. It was much more spot color in We Know the Devil, but this goes full on, and it's great. I love it. Then you must really like living dangerously if you're still helping me. I'm having fun. I could tell. If you want to know so bad, that's why I didn't like you. Because you were a test pilot and never got to fly before the end of the Cold War, while idiots like me got to? I thought so. That's enough. Hold still. Everyone let you have so much fun, let you have as much fun as you wanted. You were a real huge jerk. I was always jealous of that. Everyone who let me get away with it regrets it now. There. Done. Thanks! For all your hard work, I shall leave you something to remember me by. Oh. I'm ready to fight for real. I sorta already did! And Saturn has left a claw scratch on that hot pink And Saturn has left a claw scratch of hot pink poison seeping on Mary Chrism's thigh. How's that? I finally did get a hit on you. Good job. They break away, rocketing. Just a little love bite. Pay me back for it next time. Trust me, I will. Ooh, girls! This is good! It's good, I'm excited about it. Mercury, listen, it's an emergency. I'm sorry about everything. I was not fooled for even a second that this would be useful. Really? Not even for a second? I no longer experience hope as a concept. Mercury! Poor Mercury! I no longer experience hope as a concept. You freed me from it. Oh, stop. I'm blushing. What do you want from me, Saturn? Do you know any discreet places to make out in on Aries? Goodbye, Saturn! Also, here's our test output to date. Saturn! Goodbye! Aren't you going to read me the data analysis? If it is indeed data you are sending this time and not just nudes. That's rude. I always ask before I send them to you. I don't mind acting as the official art director of Saturn's nudes, since you need it so badly and it's substantially less tedious than data analysis. But if you were as punctual about sending data as cockpit selfies, I would have a lot more data to report. If you were as punctual about sending data as cockpit selfies. Why are you so incredulous all the time? You stole the prototype, might I remind you? You can't just continue the field testing as if nothing happened. Why not? Because why would you do anything you didn't want to do? Wink. What are you planning? Wink! Fine. They've been dying for it anyway. Cool, how'd I do? This is not bad. It's pretty useful. He typed through tears. Don't rub it in. I can't believe your shelf stick expanded so much already. What have you been doing with it? I think I've been hinting very clearly how. I instantly regret this question. You're supposed to test the prototype in combat. Same difference. I can't believe we invented a ship designed to get into trouble and didn't think. Oh, Saturn is the obvious choice for this. We both know why. You were an even more obvious choice than me. Fuck! It's weird because it looks like Lapidus. Fuck Iapetus for throwing us both out in the trash. Throwing us both out like trash. Come on, aren't you a little happy to see a little havoc in his perfect garden? I'll be looking forward to you collecting new data. Attaboy! These two are so good! Lapras! I'm just gonna call him Lapras from now on. Let's see what kind of new mail we've got. Pilot Candidate 7. Ooh! So this is about Mercury. Alright. Generation 3 pilot intake. A space-type Pokemon. Don't worry, it's just a checkup. Historically untrustworthy scenario. It's just questions, I promise. That's not really a great way to set my mind at ease. Let's just answer the questions, okay, wise guy? Fine. Pilot candidate, huh? Yes, Saturn did say that he was an even more likely candidate than him. They both got thrown under the bus, it sounds like. Have you experienced a sense of vertigo or loss of balance for a period lasting more than 2 minutes in the last month? No. Have your eating habits changed at all recently? No. No. Mercury, work with me, please. Why? You work with me. If I absolutely promise, neither I nor anyone else will do anything at all to stop you from being exactly who you want, or from whatever changes you need, will you at least answer my questions? Ooh? Interesting. Sometimes. Maybe. Okay, that's good enough for me. We're just curious if it's a side effect of life in space, or the educational programming of Dr. Nix, or reference to the behavior of Lapras. No, that's backwards. Everyone else seems to get to do whatever they want without limits in space. Why is it weird when I do it? We want to test the effects of space alone, so self-induced changes have to be controlled for... Don't ask what's in my I haven't had to say that word out loud in a long time. Indoctrine system. Indoctrine? Fine, it's testosterone. And I put it there because I wanted it there. Is that enough? Is Mercury trans? Because hell yeah! Hell yeah, Mercury! Well, I guess that's what I needed to know. Endocrine. Hell yeah, Mercury! If you promise not to ask me about it again, I'll give you all the data I cataloged about the changes. Okay, I get it. You're starting to get it. Stop treating me like a girl, and I'll know you really got it. Hell yeah, that's so red! Man! I mean, I'm not surprised, you know, given we know the devil. But, hell yeah! No, I like Mercury even more! Fresh as hell. Okay. Can I close this? Nice. Subject, recommended tactics. Executive from Nereid OS. Ship self string of pearls documentation. The string of pearls is configured for specific outward expressions of gravity, tidal forces. The dissonant rhythm of this reactor makes peaceful tidal communication risky and difficult. Be cautious despite the range and penetration this unit is capable of. The electromagnetic conductors have liquefied the electrical energy into a corrupting material, a form of theoretical matter that should be used as a primary engagement tool. As a seducer-saboteur model, the unit's functions are inherently insidious. Rather than armor, the plastics are infinitely malleable and regenerate. It is safer to take a damage head-on as an opportunity to infect rather than avoid, but the unit can be contained, restrained, and impeded physically and tidally. This is a really cool ship. It's sneaky. It's a sneaky ship, and I like that. I like those tactics. Cool. All right, let's go meet Pluto, shall we? Wait, let's save. Hang on. Oh, I guess I should have made it in a different spot so we can... Oh, well, whatever. It's fine. I could play this game for like 1,000 years. It's so full of good things. How do I get back to the... Okay, missions, that's right. What do you mean I could feel her presence? Please do not try to sound that cool. I can feel her presence. Everyone can feel her presence. I can feel it right now. How could you even possibly ignore something like that? Shut up! I mean, I can feel it physically. Oh. Wait. What? Like, how? Like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. It's like I'm spinning upside down and can't stop. Are you sure you haven't somehow concussed yourself or given yourself gravity sickness from all the damage you've had to inflict on yourself in the past 12 hours? Yes, and it's on top of that. And also, shut up. String of Pearls is feeding me sensory information from the direct line. I'm a human being with 5 senses and she's trying to cram a dozen more into me. God, this is so cool! By direct line, you are in fact talking about the extremely creepy physical interface connection between you and the String of Pearls, correct? It really, really is, right? It's truly incredible how we agree about everything and still feel the opposite about it. This is why you keep hesitating before... Is this why you keep hesitating before giving me intel? Yes, because you're going to do the opposite of what you should do with it. But I also can't not tell you. Because you might die, so running support for you is an incredibly anxiety-inducing affair. It must be hard! Thank you for acknowledging it. So you gonna tell me what's after me? You've already figured it out, haven't you? But yes, it's that Cradle Grace's masterwork. System mechanics traded the knowledge for how to finish String of Pearls in exchange for what they needed to finish the Creme Macula. It would be pretty funny if they got us this way in the end. It's headed directly to the lab. We've already evacuated on this capital ship, but you are its highest priority. Should I play bait? If anything, it's more important for you to get back to the native sphere first. In order for us to make contact, we need the String of Pearls. I can't wait to figure out this whole contact thing. And their whole deal. We believe in you. If you hide in the abandoned Daphnis lab, you can use a decaying gravity furnace for cover. Ah, that's sensible. But bait sure sounds a lot more fun, you know. Really? Oh, come on! Lapras must think their pilot is a real idiot if she's going to waste her time on a wild goose chase like that. Is Lapras gender fluid? Because we've seen them called both a he and a she. Unless she's referring to herself? Which seems like a weird way to phrase that. He wouldn't just sacrifice you like that. He would! There must be backups for making contact. Just because I'm the easiest option doesn't mean I'm the only one. He's testing to see if I'm worth investing in or just going to get myself killed. Oh! I see. Why run? Why not have it out with her? I bet she's thinking the same thing too. Be careful, Saturn. If you could tell what they're thinking, they could tell what you're thinking. Please, if I could really do something like that, they wouldn't have kicked me out of the pilots. And how do you know the pilot is she? Because boys can't pilot! Daphnis, a tiny shepherd moon, so small it barely earns the name, tumbles through the Keller Gap, ruffling the rings of the planet it orbits. It houses the last official laboratory of Earth's decommissioned space program, training grounds for failures like Saturn, and special girls like Pluto. Here comes the special girl! Saturn remembers feeling cramped, anxious, and scary. No, wait. Pluto remembers it that way. Saturn remembers what it used to feel so special to be chosen, a candidate for the last generation of pilots. But didn't Pluto feel that way too? Sometimes two things are true. In this place, gravity is quietly degenerating, and distances are becoming ambiguous between past and present, between me and you. The Daphnis lab seems smaller to Saturn now, though not as tiny as it feels to Pluto. And that's obvious. No longer people-sized, she tears through it like worms in an apple. Ooh. But there's a much bigger worm here, and she doesn't know it anymore if it was a good idea. Where was it a good idea? Saturn doesn't have any ideas. She's just trying to hide. Even though there's no place where you can not be felt by me. That must be Pluto. Oh, where what was a good idea? Sorry, I'm just misreading things so much today. Alert! Tidal resonance. IFF warning. Oh, IFF confirms enemy warning. Gravitational hazard. Danger. Pressure exceeding safe range. I know, it's extremely exciting. Stop making me so nervous. Supermassive. Small enough to hide in this complex, but with a dual reactor denser than the entire moon compressed into the head of a pin. An hour ago, when Saturn felt the gravitational pull of something so big and so close, it felt powerful. So powerful, the interior of her cockpit creaked with the pressure, and her head, heart, and eyes welled up with tears. Her heart welled up with tears! Something that couldn't be any more. Oh, something that couldn't be anyone other than Pluto. Cool, she must be pretty big, huh? So why is she so hard to find? Saturn has no idea. Why do I have the feeling someone's laughing at me? No one is laughing at Saturn. The lab's been abandoned for years. But Pluto, wherever she is, giggles. Not in a mean way. She really does think it's cute. I haven't thought about Pluto in a long time. Oh man, it really would be funny if she was in that monster. Well, now someone is laughing at Saturn. Hey! Now I know someone's here. I can feel you listening. But I can hear you, too. And I can catch you. You're not the only one who could fuck with the narrative. Ooh! Mutually assured destruction, narrow escape. I think we should stick with our loyalty route for this first playthrough. Just go all celestial mechanics. And we can screw around with mixing things up after we get through the vanilla routes. But of course, I'm always up to doing whatever you guys want. Narrow escape. Opening futures, closing pasts. It's easy as not to get caught if you don't care about catching anything. Yeah, they did talk about there being that sort of being able to sense one another, blah, blah, blah. It's just about knowing there isn't a difference. And focusing deeper. And focusing deeper. The real celestial mechanics, the interactions of bodies in space via the forces of gravity. The weight of mass and culture. Bye, Dawn! Warm up, feel better. Explained by the store behind them. That's just science. With your own gravity, reach out and pull. Good girl. You know just what to do. Do you like what you caught? The Makula towers over Saturn. Pluto's ship is so big it barely fits in the lab complex, but it's only a speck compared to how big it feels. Massive enough to warp local space-time, humming and vibrating with nebula dust, and absolutely, effortlessly gentle. Cool! It looks so cool! Also, she has like suckers at her in the whole complex without even trying. How much do you trust it? I knew you'd be right behind me or something. If you did, how come you're not facing this way? I'm an idiot, I guess? You've come a long way just to be an idiot. You must know exactly what this ship can do, right? Did you come to fight me on purpose? That's really brave. And really cute. If you could touch me, I can touch you. Right? They're freaking amazing! So I'm not getting close. You came all this way, not even to fight? Oh, that's not cute at all! But it's smart. Sticks her tongue out. Hey, don't underestimate me! I'm scary! You think? Maybe I believe you. Cute things can also be scary. But I'm curious now. I was worried you were going to waste your chance, smug in your new machine, but you're pretty clever. You want to talk? Without fighting? If you're good. Otherwise, I'll bite. So, what did you want to talk about? As Cradle's Grace's glittering psychic death machine, you definitely have more important things to do than go out of your way to bully me for no reason, right? Oh, that's right. That man and the fleet are escaping, aren't they? Hope you don't mind falling for this trap. Trap? You? Silly, I know you're more important than that. More than catching the rest of Celestial Mechanics' fleet? I knew this would be fun. And you knew it, too. I'm absolutely delighted about you doing that. Bleh. I'm absolutely delighted about you doing that, just to be clear, so you don't have to read my mind to roast me about it. I can't read minds. You know that's not how it works. But I also don't need to know that. But I did want to know how the biggest overachiever of my juniors turned into such a bad girl. If you really remembered me, you'd remember I wasn't ever good. I do remember you. Even if you're not good at being bad, do you know what you're doing? Not that good at being bad. What that machine does, with that machine that's so dangerous we don't even want to find out what it does? I think you answered your own question about why I'm keeping it. Are you gonna stop me then? But you don't want to? Hey, stop. Don't pry into me. If you're pitying me, I'll make you regret it. Not all of us come out perfect like you. Some of us get thrown out before they see any use at all. I won't pity you. I really would have turned this machine apart. But now that I'm here, gifted little mutant to gifted little mutant, I can't bear to. Because some of us just haven't been thrown out yet. Lab-grown girls like us should stick together. Ooh, interesting. I might still make you regret it. Winning isn't my most important task. It's not yours either. Are you sure about that? You're not who I'm worried about. It's only your boss I can't forgive. Oh, I love hearing that. Tell me more. I'm getting a crush already. Regretting it now? Don't worry. There's nothing you can make me regret. Ava intensifies. I don't think they're close, but I do think that they were. It does sound like they were artificially made for the purpose of being pilots, test subject. You know, like because it sounds like they were made for this purpose. Ever since the day Mars began, Mars has been doomed. No, there will never be a planet Mars. That's a name reserved for places where human life, gravity, and culture reign. Culture. This is just bitter Aries. It's interesting, Aries. There's nothing you can make me regret. That it is a hell of a. She's got a real powerful energy, a calm, powerful energy, and I dig it. This is just bitter Aries. But like the stingy, inedible weeds that grow when nothing else does, Cradle's Graces is dug in, and we can't get them out. The colonies are wrecked. The terraforming engines are broken. The gravity furnaces are out of control. There's no resources left on this planet, no strategic value. This planet doesn't even exist. It is an inert rock. There's no point in fighting. There's no need to fight. Ship cells can't keep you alive alone forever. And even if that was the case, we could leave tomorrow and claim victory. Most of the Memorial Foundation in SES fleet already did. That's why there's barely any of us left, and why we can't get them out. What? Why don't I go home too? And leave all those idiots to just fucking die on a rock? Who do you think we're doing this for? External communication sent on August 31st, 1978 by Memorial Foundation troops. Interesting. So that was before the war was over and just started by a few years. Hey, it's not like we're idiots. We know we're doomed. This planet still doesn't fulfill the fulfillments. It doesn't fulfill the requirements for human life, and life is just a start anyway. Don't you know that gravity is something more important? You do understand celestial mechanics, right? Matter is made of tiny particles, but enough of it exerts gravity that stitches the universe together. Culture is made of tiny humans, and enough of it together can decide what's real and what isn't. It's really quite fucked up that any of this, or that this is how decisions about humans get made. Enough humans can decide anything, and then it'll be true, even about what's human and what's not. They don't even have to wait for the deadline. They've already decided that any human without their feet planted on the earth is in fact not a human. That's a pretty usual thing for humans to do. No differences of any kind need to exist. We'll just be aliens, and then they'll send the real military after us, and we'll die. But if we just hold the line here, for a princess to get through and make it to the moon, she'll open up the gravity well. Then we get to decide. Internal communication sent on January 25th, 1981, by Cradle's Graces Irregulars. This is so cool! I know I keep saying that, but it just keeps getting cooler. So this was a few days after the communication we just read. It's morning on Aries. But what time and space? But what's time and space? If we can get our capital ship launched and refueled, and the prototype retrofitted with the final equipment, we'll have everything in place. Keep out the canyons of Mars, where Cradle's Graces and Memorial Foundations are keep out of. Where Cradle's Graces and Memorial Foundation are bickering. Hold the city ruins against invading troops, and make sure no one tries to set the oxygen ocean on fire while we refuel. It's a pretty thankless job. But me, I can't wait to see what happens. This is the most exciting space it's ever been. Before we got here, this was a dead rock. But the best we could have ever hoped for was Earth in a different place. Who needs that? Far in the distance, the moon's gravity well shines. If no one controls it before the deadline is up, Earth will take drastic steps to ensure that humanity is not divided. What they're afraid of happening, we will ensure that it happens. We'll finally have something alien in space. Private communications sent on January 26, 1981, by Celestial Mechanics, a researcher. free. Root corruption, eh? Error. Mission parameters not detected. Mission results needed for gravitational slingshot missions. Navigation shortlist not found? Manual inject mission results.txt. Mission parameters found. All results perfect and amazing. Wow, thank you, Saturn. Flight path generating. Fleet path Cronus orbit refuel on planet Ares Langrene colony pass classified operation Earth Moon. New standing orders coming in. Ares guard celestial mechanics fleet refueling on Ares oxygen ocean. Ares stay out of trouble and do not engage Memorial Foundation troops patrolling the immediate vicinity. Accept orders? No. Error cannot proceed. Manual inject. Accepted. Normalizing gravitational slingshot effect. Prepare for immediate launch to Ares. Ooh, I like that it dips down. See? 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 Yeah, it's very interesting that like rather than the planets, they're using, you know, they're swapping it. Ares rather than Mars, and they're like, be careful today. I'm never careful any day, so I'm serious this time. Lapras is in the field today. I don't know where he's fighting, but you should be careful. Jeez, you worry too much. Obviously, because you give me so much to worry about. I mean, are you really worried? His ship self is actually not that scary. Not as scary as mine. As if that was a thing I was worried about. What then? Oh, ew, God! I'm not even thinking about letting our mutual ex touch me. I won't even fight him. I'll curve him the second his ties so much as tremble against my plating. Why would you worry? I don't even slightly hate him less than you do. There is no possible way you hate him more than I do, but that's not the issue. That's never the issue with him. Hating him hasn't made him any easier to deal with. We were kids, though. We're older and wiser now. Wow. Oh, no. At least you are, Mercury. Hardly. Or I wouldn't be telling you. You remember how we just casually linger his fingers a second too long on your shoulder? In front of everyone? Ugh, it was so gross. It was so gross. And I loved the attention every time. He made me so smug. I loved it. It was gross. I hate him. Do you love yourself enough to not fall for it again? I definitely hate him enough to not fall for it. Do you? No, obviously. I'm still in celestial mechanics, so how do you think I feel? You're soaring. You've got a stupid idiot who loves you, and you get to do research and never have to deal with him again. That's you. You're the stupid idiot. And with this ship self, we'll have a future. And no matter what, I'll make sure he won't. That's so cool! Damn, Saturn, that was kind of cool, what you just said. Special Mechanics main fleet misfired transmission. Saturn like, fuck you, Lapras! Get bit! Junk data error. Oh my god, sorry for getting back to you so late, but I was in the middle of my meeting. My phone buzzed so much the director asked me if I needed to take a call. I swear you do this on purpose. I don't think you really need feedback on your nudes that quickly, even though, yes, they're really important. They're really, really important to me, and I can't stop thinking about them or getting any of my work done, and my presentation suffered greatly for my lack of focus. I expect you prepared for a little payback, and I sent you my schedule so that this wouldn't happen again, even. Hey, you wouldn't have asked me for my meeting time so that you could send me those at the worst possible moment, could you? I already know the answer to that, so why don't you tell me this? Why can I never get enough of you? These two. It says it's misfired, but... Is it, though? Ooh, 400mm kiss. Memorial Foundation deploys a certain sniper to stop escape and resupply routes to the resting Celestial Mechanics fleet. All Saturn needs to do is stay out of trouble. Oh, what's the chance of that? Deep dive. The oxygen ocean serves as both fuel yard and terraforming engine for the planet Ares, and it's the perfect hiding place for the migrating Celestial Mechanics fleet. But deep down, something is reaching out for them. Oh, that sounds so cool! I'll do that one first! Saturn, what are you doing? Disabling all comms and the diving supports and... Oh, you're still here? I thought I got this channel too. Well, I should go ahead and shut it. Don't you dare cut me off. You can listen if you promise not to whine or stop me. I will do no such thing, and you cannot make a deal with me. I'm simply stating a fact, not making an argument. Just why, Saturn? Why are you such an incorrigible, petulant nightmare? After you were probationally forgiven for doing a very good job not getting String of Pearls ruined or captured, Command even decided to give you the job of sparking the gravity engine that will take our fleet back to the native sphere. I would think you wouldn't be so into pressing your luck recklessly. But everyone except for you is so annoying. They're annoying because whatever is causing the tidal interference from the bottom of the oxygen ocean is almost certainly that Cradle's Grace's weapon. And I have no reason to believe you're going to be loyal. Every single second of the day you are horrid and undisciplined, and the brief periods of obedience only seem to exist to throw everyone off later. I mean... If you want me to cover for you, you have to play along a little. Why are you like this? Years of encouragement and grooming followed by abandonment and neglect. You know that. Same as you. And same for that pilot you're after, too. Is that why? In a different way, but I think so. Enemy or not, I want to talk. I think I'm getting somewhere. And I'm not going to get to talk if you all are interfering. What if she doesn't want to just talk? Then you'll really appreciate me cutting the cables before she pulls all of you down here with me. Why is it so important anyway? You really jeopardized the whole operation for that? What? You don't think I have my own cunning master plan? It's way better than his. Supposedly nothing can stop Kren Makula. It's better to find out if that's true sooner. Oh, is it better to find out if that's true sooner than later? Fight her or talk. Which is it? How are they any different? Anyway, don't worry when connection accidentally breaks. I'll be fine. Promise. And you will be too. Share a secret moment deep down. Get in a tug of war above the waves. Ooh, these are so cool! I love the way these sound, but obviously we're going all loyal. The balance shifts because Pluto tugs and Saturn yields. The oxygen ocean is a peaceful place because everything about it destroys everything else. You can enjoy complete privacy under the curtain of the oxygen steam, drink all the fuel and air you want, and no vessel can survive the temperature and pressure conditions below. You can float as long as you want, or until your hull turns brittle and breaks, or your organic components oxidize and explode. Celestial mechanics has covered their wayward pilot's machine in temporary armor layers to seal out the unknown interference of the gravity and seeping oxygen. The additional temporary armor layers might not be necessary, but they also might be. The Celestial Mechanics fleet tenders lower the Celestial Mechanics fleet tenders lower the string of pearls in slowly, just to make absolutely sure. It feels wonderfully cold, like a spare blanket taken from the attic in winter. Pluto is there, deep, deep down, and when Saturn slips in, she feels the ripples, as if they were in opposite ends of the same perfectly still pool. The feeling is wonderful. Saturn's surprised that's true. How do you know that? Wait, who is you? How do I know what? Saturn? Who are you talking to? We're asking for confirmation to lower you. Yeah, I've been ready. Sorry, I got distracted. You must be if you're apologizing. There's someone down there. She's speaking to me. Oxygen ocean rave time! No, she's trying to eat me alive. Or maybe it's really hard to tell the difference. Awesome. It's familiar. I'm so stoked. Take me down. The ocean boils wherever she touches it, even with the external equipment. There's no one to rely on sight, and the paramagnetic influence is too erratic for sensors to process. She can only feel her way, for both of them. Here, I'll turn it up a little. How's that? The cable to your left is extremely important. It's the only way we have communicating and monitoring your situation. So you'll need to be extremely careful with it. Are you listening? Yes, but not to you. Shh. There's definitely someone here. Lower me. It's reaching out. Saturn feels funny. Something's not quite right. Like something's watching her. It's like someone's watching me. Ava feelings increase. But it's also not like someone's watching me. It's like something's watching her, but something isn't watching her. Ooh, okay. It's touching me. This is reminding, this is, I really like this group's writing. It evokes a really interesting feeling. Makes me think of Jupe's hands, you know? Something is touching Saturn. Its hands see her, they also speak. It's saying something. The ocean ripples with boredom. It's really boring down here. But what else is Pluto going to do? Some girls get stuck with the worst jobs. But I've gotta do it. With nothing to do but send insinuations through the narration. Ooh, cool! Pluto, you're cool. So are you coming or what? Got her again. Title spike detected. Mass gravity alert! Lower me further! Saturn, we're pulling you out! Oh, not just yet! Hi, Saturn. Hi, Mercury. Sorry, I'm borrowing her for a little bit. Saturn's cockpit floods with alarm lights of an imminent high... Sorry, I've been reading too much. I'm starting to get tongue-tied. Saturn's cockpit floods with the alarm lights of an imminent high-intensity gravity event, but it's too late. String of Pearls discharges its electromagnetic field and delicately breaks off the winch. Saturn, what are you... The String of Pearls cleanly slices off the left comedic... Oh no, my words! I clicked too many times! Come back! The String of Pearls clearly slices off the left communication wire and the pulley system. The silence of the oxygen ocean reminds her of a sensory deprivation tank. What a good girl. Hey, don't praise me like that. I wanted to speak to you again. Damn it. I cut both wires. Even ship-to-ship comms are down. Saturn. Can you hear me? Would you hear me if I spoke with the ship? It's been such a long time since anyone could hear it. Pluto's tidal reactor pulses slowly. The thrum feels like it's coming from everywhere. Oh, I get it. You want to talk with gravity? Well, I'm not some miracle child, even though they tried very hard to make me as good as you. Saturn's reactor, an anxious little ball, is getting just so fed up with this. It's frustrating to not be understood. Would you know what that's like? You don't know how much I know. But I believe in you. Damn it! Why is it? You gotta stop double clicking! I'm sorry! I just get so excited! You don't know how much I know, but I believe in you. If Saturn moves too much, she might forget what direction up is. The sensory deprivation of the ocean takes everything away, but she has to remember that's not true. I don't believe you, but I'm trying. Oh, she's trying! Of course I'm trying! Come on, where am I? I hate people playing hard to get! She looks embarrassed! I believe in you, but you gotta work for it. I can't do it. Sorry, but I'm cheating! The String of Pearls electrotoxin shoots through the ocean. Like a bolt of lightning, it reaches out because it's attracted to you. It seeks the path of least resistance, looking for something that wants to respond. What it really does is run along the boundaries, theoretical and real. There's a place where the boundary between one thing and another is weakest, and it runs along the boundary until it finds it, and then it connects the two. Why is she doing that? Oh, it's what you're used to. Good at seeing weak spots. I've got a lot. Can you find them? You could do it if you try. Maybe you need a little push. It's like there's nothing! Not a single crack! Don't say you're not perfect! Don't make me do all the work! The pressure is overwhelming, but it's overwhelming for Pluto too. The Chromacula is like a little star, touching matter and condensing it into an engine of light over and over. Boundary. You could touch it, but be careful. This takes me back. Which is not fucking fair. Are you doing this on purpose? Always taking me to unpleasant paths? Is it taking you back? Sorry. But we can't help it. It's the first thing beneath our surfaces. It's hard for me, too. It takes Heather back to her first implant series, when they took the most special children they could find and tried to cheat them into being even more special. Popcorn! I need popcorn for this! Bypass all the work and care that had gone into the third generation pilots, kick them directly into humanity's next stage. Oh, damn. So, she was so they were like, this isn't working. Abort this. Let's just try to do something else instead. Cheating, you should know, felt good. It felt wrong in a good way. It felt good in a way that felt obscene. It felt bad, like she was getting more than she deserved. They chose her, but she felt like she played a trick on them, like she lied and got candy for it. They knew there was nothing special about her, and then they gave her a most special thing. If they knew how special it was, and how much she didn't earn it, they would have given it to someone else. But they didn't. Even when they threw her away, she never forgot how that felt. Why is it always like this? Oh, baby. It takes Pluto back to when she was learning how to be a person. In space, they decided they would start over, without assumptions. Humanity would be protected by the most human children they could make. No matter how badly she did, no matter how much she wasn't up to how perfect they wanted, they never gave up on her. That was the worst part. She wished so much they would give up. It was so hard. She just wanted to be the mess she really was, and they wouldn't let her. She knew with her whole heart what she was supposed to be. She had it memorized, and she could never make it leave her body. Become the things she did, and the person she was. They let her be whatever she wanted, and she wasn't strong and smart and pretty enough to be it. Both of them remember. Reaching through the wall to the one on the other side, wishing so hard to hold hands, it feels like you really are. Your two pebbles dropped in the pond, but your ripples touching are enough. No one knows, and even the two of you almost don't. Never say it out loud. Never think it too loud. It sounds so sad when you put it like that. Why? Don't show me things that stop making me jealous. Oh, you got me! You're touching me! I could hear you through the contact link. You got me good. You got me that good, and that's what you have to say? You're the one that got me. You did it. You found me. You're clever. It's amazing. You don't need to flatter me. I won't feel better. I'm not. You better. I promise. Why am I so scared that you're so not? Or why am I so scared and you're so not? That's just me. Sorry I'm like this. Well, you can flatter me a little. You're a little needy, huh? Didn't you say I just had you? You do. You can do whatever you want now. Why did you do this? You came after me, so it totally ain't fair. I came after you. Don't say it's only fair. Say I'm amazing and important, and you came after me specifically. You're totally not needy, huh? Give me a better answer. I want to know why it's me. I don't have one. There's so few of us left. I've got to cling to everyone. When I love that you're scared and you believe anyway. I think you're one of the only people who can make something change. And there's no time left. Is that a proposal? To join your side? Yeah! What if I refuse? Then give me a good reason for me to join You. You're even more impulsive than me. You could start to see why I fight, can't you? The way I'm starting to see why you do. Show me something important, and I'll be yours too. But you're definitely not going to go quietly, are you? Nope. If I let you go, will you promise not to crush yourself and me in literally everything? This time, you mean? Yeah. I think I could do that. Say hi to Mercury for me. I'll see you again soon, baby. Ah! Okay, I probably can't stay for too much longer. I get worn out reading a lot at a... I get worn out. I'm not used to talking this much. The captain told me to thank you for the data stream. You're very welcome. Do you have new results for me? Yes, I'll encrypt them. Thank you, you're the best, heart. I guess there's no point in asking what you want them for. How afraid should I be? I'm just trying to fulfill our mission, Mercury. You know that. God, I can't wait to see what the logs are like in the ones where we do betray. Do we still communicate with Mercury during it? Does Mercury get increasingly stressed out about things? That's gonna be terrible for him. But I want to know. It's like it's gonna be terrible and I want to see it very, very much. I want to destroy Mercury. I'm going to tell him you're as inscrutable and petulant as ever. Oh, please, I don't want your hubby to hate me. Why do you always call Ganymede the captain anyway? Oh, well. Because some of us have a sense of discretion. Captain's pet is so well behaved. You're one to talk, Saturn. You're going to end up at the pound one of these days if you go through any more superior officers. No, it's cute you both totally locked that quick. You're making all the lesbians jealous. Then act like it, Saturn. And no, I will not apologize for locking it down. Oh, and I will not apologize for locking it down, excuse me. I've had my fill of being a pet. I don't really want to be a pet either. Maybe you are learning to love yourself. What I'd like to be is a toy. Oh, is to be a toy. That's even worse! No, it's better! Plastic and metal can be molded into any kind of shape. You could smooth over and change whatever you want. Just like string of pearls, huh? I can see why you like it so much. You only have to accept the interference you're designed for. A toy never gets to do anything. It just sits there looking pretty. Mercury, what do you think I want? Don't you love how our ship cells evoke so much? Just by being plastic and the silhouette of a human? These beam weapons are my fingertips. This chassis is my tits. But they're also beam weapons and impenetrable chassis. They can shred plastic all they want, but they can't touch me. Plastic can't get hurt. I thought you were tired of getting thrown away. I am not for individual retail sale. Look, don't touch. One of a kind, not sold in stores. Damn, these two! Damn! These everyone! This is rad as hell and I dig it. I hope you're digging it too. I look forward to playing more. Saturn has no SKU! It really does. I'm very excited. I'm very excited about it. And I look forward to playing more. Right? It's very good. So stoked. I'll see you guys on Thursday for more. Until then, please take care and have a great week. Oh, before I forget, I know it's the very end of the stream and all, but my mom wanted me to tell you guys that she said hey. So hey for my mom.